Com and use discount code Chicago.
Welcome back to Get Down to Business, the show all about small business, jobs, and entrepreneurship. You can download podcasts from Get Down to Business and listen to our conversations, again, with folks like Becky, Matt, who's you're going to hear in a moment, and so many other fascinating entrepreneurs you could get on my website, shalomklein.com. It's a brand new website as well, so lots of great podcasts from the past 3 years. I can't believe it. 3 years of Get Down to Business. Check out the site, shalomklein.com. So I'm thrilled to have in studio a gentleman who I've known for quite a while, Matt Field, who is now the owner of a Express Employment Professionals franchise in Chicago, which means that you are helping companies find people for hard-to-fill positions, and you're helping people find their strength, their talent. It's fantastic. I know a lot of companies that can use your services, but it's great to have you on the air. Matt Field, welcome to Get Down to Business.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here, Shalom.
Absolutely. So tell me a little bit about staffing in general. The economy has changed over the past few years. It's now actually really, really hard to find perfect fits for positions, isn't it?
It's really hard. We are at a point with some very low unemployment. So companies are having a hard time filling their positions. That's where they really lean on staffing companies like Express to do their staffing, to do their recruitment, because if they go and do their own passive search, they're not finding the right people. And what often happens is they're going through a lot of turnover. And if they're turning a position over and over and over, that's also costing them significantly, both in terms of the recruiting costs as well as the production level.
Fascinating. So tell us a little bit about the companies that you work with and the positions that Express is extremely capable of working with. So
Express can fill just about any position. There's 800 offices around the country. Express was founded largely on a light industrial platform. There are 17 offices in Chicago. Our office downtown doesn't really focus much on industrial work. Some of the other offices do. But our office, we deal with accounting positions and financial sector, marketing, sales, legal, healthcare, a lot of HR positions, sales positions, which are nuanced, difficult to fill, but we do a really good job at it. Clerical, really all the above. So we have a lot of experience with helping companies find just the right person. We don't throw in front of them somebody who's not going to be a good fit.
Interesting, and that dedication to quality, because bottom line, your customers, the companies that are trusting you, they want it done right the first time. They don't have the time. That's why they're working with you. They don't have the time to try and experiment. They want a good fit. So I know part of your trademark is your relationships and your involvement on the communal level. So tell us, if you don't mind, share, perhaps this might be a bit off of Express Employment Services, but tell us why you've dedicated so much time to being involved and why networking is so important to you.
Well, I've been involved in the community for my whole professional life. In my old life, I worked as a rabbi in upstate New York. From there, I came back home. This is home. And I opened a home care company, which I still own, but my wife runs out of Northbrook. And actually, there were two experiences in that company that I think pushed me over the edge into wanting to develop into more of a staffing model. Number one was I used a staffing company one time for that company, and it was such a terrible experience that I said to my wife, I said, I can do a better job. And it left me feeling really bad about the industry, feeling really bad about the experience. I don't want other companies to be feeling that. Exactly as you said, they don't want to be wasting their time and their money engaging with a staffing company if it's not going to be a good experience. Number two was, on the other end, we had an employee at the home care company. It was a caregiver from South Africa, actually, who sent me a text. I won't ever forget the text. It was a long text. He thanked me for the job. He had been working for us for about 2 years, and because of the full-time job that we had given him, he was able to send money back to his family in South Africa. Certainly gives a different perspective on how we utilize our own resources. And that, for me, that felt really just as good as the work that we were doing for the seniors and others who really needed help at home. Here we were helping people find jobs, who was able to take some of that salary and help family across the country.
That must feel really, really good. So networking is important, and as you mentioned, Express Employment Professionals offices all over the country, many offices around Chicago, but because of the model, and you are the boss, you are the owner, this is your reputation on the line. You have those relationships with employers. They're relying on you. And I know that slowly but surely you've expanded your management team to make sure that the experience for job seekers and for companies is as top-notch as possible. No doubt a company that's going to use you for one position, whether it's an admin position, will, if it's a good experience, they're going to contact you again. So that local relationship and connection is certainly very, very important. So as you've gone through this process, tell us, and you don't need to use the names, but tell us some success stories of some job placements that you're most proud of.
Job placements that we're most proud of. Just what's today? Today's Sunday. Just Friday, we were supposed to have lunch with a client of ours, and she had to cancel because she just had a administrative assistant cancel or quit rather. And so she was filling several positions, wearing multiple hats. And we were able to get her several really good, qualified, top-notch people within an hour. Those are the things that we love to do. And we're able to take the stress level down and make people feel more in control of their own lives, their own jobs, when we're able to provide them with people, when they trust that we're going to give them somebody who can do the job, who can step right in, learn, and they know that the reputation for us means everything, and we're going to stand behind what we do.
I'll go out on a limb and say that staffing is perhaps the greatest challenge that a business owner will deal with, and people don't appreciate that. They think that, the hard part is finding the clients, the customers. That requires work, but that's not the hard part. It is finding qualified, competent people that will treat your business as seriously as you would treat them yourself. So Matt, you are an expert in staffing, both from, again, from your other company that now your wife is running, but you've been there, you've done that, you are a business owner. What advice do you have for a business owner in terms of how to position themselves, maybe how to draft a great job description, and how to maintain the culture to keep people? You just mentioned employee turnover, so I want to make sure we cover both of those two areas. Yeah,
drafting a good job description is something that should not be done casually. I think it takes more than one person to sit down to really understand what the goals are of that particular position, to chart them out, to outline them, to really figure that out, and to put in that job description as well bits and pieces of the culture. In terms of finding a right fit, a lot of companies focus heavily on the skills. Depending on the position, skills can often be picked up. Obviously, a surgeon has to show up with the right skills, but a lot of other positions, some skills can be picked up, but if it's not the right culture fit, then they're going to see a lot of turnover.
Fascinating. Great advice. And every single entrepreneur, mark my words, you will deal with these challenges. It's actually a very tough economy to find good people, and that's why you want to work with somebody like Matt Field, who understands those challenges, having hired people himself. And certainly, just, again, continuing that theme, Becky mentioned it earlier, networking is so mission critical, and there's nobody that gets it better than you. So, Matt, we are running out of time. I want to make sure our listeners know how to get a hold of you. How can they learn more about Express Employment Professionals in Chicago and how they can work with your team to fill hard-to-fill positions?
Sure. So they can always find us at our general website, which is expresspros.com. That is the website for the entire Express network. They could find any of our offices, certainly track us down at our downtown Chicago office. ExpressPros.com is the easiest way.
Fantastic. ExpressPros.com. And get a hold of Matt. Get a hold of Matt's team. Great networkers, great professionals. Well, we've got a treat for you. Coming up on the program, we have a wonderful group of wonderful professionals. We are bringing them here in studio as we speak. Get Down to Business is coming back after these quick headlines. You don't want to miss it, Chicago. Don't touch that dial.
She ran out.